I join every speaker who has taken to the microphone in paying my respects to the traditional owners of the land, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, their elders past and present. And I am always very grateful to be in the company of people who recognise and have respect and regard for not only the traditional owners, but respect and regard for their fellow human beings and the global community in which we all have an obligation to one another to show respect and to treat one another with dignity. And I can congratulate everybody who's preceded me to the podium today, because that's the spirit of every single contribution. Every single person who has preceded me to the microphone has given that message. And that's a very important message that not only you share, but we share with other people in this city, in this state, in this country, and support people who share the message, as Dave's sharing the message, with people across the world. That's a very important thing for us to do, and to provide some solidarity with one another. When I turned up here today, I'm very happy to talk to you, but I would have been very happy to observe and to listen of your views, what you're committed to doing, what you're committed to knowledge to share with others in our community, so that we open our hearts and treat one another with more respect. And we don't lose sight of the fact, where, as Greg said at the very beginning, when he was talking in his poem about the inner spark, that every single human being has an inner spark, and that inner spark should be kept alight and treated appropriately, and we should all be warmed by that inner spark, and we should not hide people in dark corners and forget that they're there. And I think one of the great tragedies that bring us here is that all too often that has been happening. Now, I can make very long speeches. I'm going to stop making this speech, because I want to continue to listen to you, to learn from your experience, to treat it with respect and regard. And I want to be one of those politicians, hopefully one that won't be necessarily put into the category of lowest common denominator, but that's a challenge for me. That's a challenge for me, to actually respond appropriately to what you're saying. What I can tell you is what I've been saying in the public domain, is that I agree with you that this review of what has happened in mental health in Victoria should be independent. I have clearly said that. I will continue to say that. And if and when I come across Sir Ruth Vine or any member of the government, I'll be saying they would show great wisdom and great maturity if in fact Ruth was allowed to step aside to enable independent scrutiny. It would be a wise thing for her to do. So, on my last point, as Kutcha, the word of Kutcha's song says, you deserve a hell of a lot better. We all deserve a hell of a lot better. Everybody should be treated with respect and regard in this community. No one should be forgotten.
Put your hands together for Gavin here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Gav, and taking time out to give us the talk and whatnot. It reflects some of the issues that the current government have with mental health issues, and I'm sure that opposition leaders like Gavin will be able to push the efforts of that inquiry actually being independent and not being run by the state psychiatrist. So thanks very much, Gavin. Jakey Snakey, where is he? One more song for Jake. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I gave Jake a big rap before, and yep, and he's going to do another number. I'm not sure what it is, but apparently he doesn't know either. But we've got some very special guests here today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bloke who is Commonwealth and Australian boxing champion, Henry Nissen. Put your hands together for Henry, ladies and gentlemen, down there, who is here today, who's a great social justice worker on the streets. We've also got a brother all the way from Huntingdale, is it? Glenn Huntley. Put your hands together for Brandon down here at the front, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Thanks for coming along, Brandon. And I shall now hand you over to the great artist, Jake, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Jake.
Thank you.
Have you ever tried really reaching out from the other side? I may be climbing on rainbow, yeah, but baby, don't. Free is there for those who say life it's for us to keep. And if I choose the ones I'd like to help me through, I wanna make it with you. I really think that we could make it too. 'Cause I got a fire in my heart. I got this fire in my soul. And it burns and it burns and it burns and it burns with love for you. Oh, love you. No, you don't know me well. Every little thing only time will tell. If I choose the ones I'd like to help me through, I wanna make it with you. I really think that we could make it too. If we all pull together and we all stay true. If we all pull together, we could make even dreams come true. Even dreams come true.
Put your hands together for Jake, ladies and gentlemen. And even bald-headed babies, put your hands together for Jake down there, will you? Too good. Now, next speaker is also an extremely excellent budding activist that we have both in the Aboriginal community and the non-Aboriginal community, but also writes for gay rights as well. Koby has spoken with us many a times before, and he actually speaks well for his age, this young fella. Put your hands together for Koby James, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Uncle Kelvin. And I too would pay my respects to the true owners of this land, the Wurundjeri people, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. I just want to speak today about ending discrimination in mental health facilities. I know there's discrimination against Aboriginal people, against gay people. I've experienced homophobia in there before. And the St. V's, who prides themselves on being a Koori ward, wouldn't even accept me into a bed because I had no Koori beds left. And I really did need that help at that time. Two people I know tried to do a pact suicide together. They were refused the bed because there's no Koori beds left. And like they said, well, my mum might be black or my dad might be black, but my dad or mum's white. So I got white and black in me, so why can't I have a white bed? Shame on them for refusing them service. Also too, like, my husband's mother is in Thomas Embling Hospital, and they refuse me to go, they don't let me go visit her. We're a married couple. If we were a straight couple, I would be allowed to go in there because I'd be considered family. Their excuse is they want Rory and his mum to have a better relationship together. I lived with Rory's mum before she was in Thomas Embling Hospital for quite some time. And only speaking to her on the phone really breaks my heart. Like, I love that woman, and she's like a mother to me as well. Like, she's my mother-in-law. But they won't let me go visit her. So I speak to her on the phone nightly.